last we left off, I got dropped off on a bus in Jasper, Alberta, and really kind of started my journey out west. And so I stayed with a friend and stayed for about a month and smoked a lot of weed, couch surfing, and watching snowboarding videos, and I had a great month. What can I say? And just kind of getting back to myself and peace. But I also started playing a lot of guitar and singing, and at that point I'd only ever played on stage as a drummer. So I had a good friend of mine, Bonnie, encouraged me to go and play my very first open mic. So I went and did that in Jasper, a place called the Downstream there, and I was scared. There's no doubt. I had to be really brave to get up there. It's a very different thing when you have to actually speak to people or sing. But I wanted to do it. It took a lot of whiskey. I was still drinking at the time to get me up there, but I did it. And I went up and sang one of my favorite songs by Radiohead. And that kind of started a lot of things for me in moving from the drums into playing guitar and singing more often, not just at open mics, but further along in my travels and playing more open stages and so on. So during that time, I worked at a few different resorts in Jasper. I worked in Kamloops at a resort there called Sun Peaks, and then I traveled to Banff and looking for work, and eventually landed in this place called the David Thompson Resort, which is in between Jasper and Banff on the 93, east of the 93 highway, on the way to Red Deer, near Nordegg. And so this resort was a magical place, and it was beautiful, God's country. It was incredible. And I really wanted to start embracing who I really was, which is a musician and doing music full time. But I had no idea really how to do that at that point. So luckily for me, there was another musician there that had a campfire pub gig in the evening. And I first met him at the bunkhouse where we all stayed, all the staff, because I got hired on as a bartender and a front desk agent, like booking all the RVs in there, and I think it's about 140 campsites and places to park all these big vehicles. And so there was this pub he played in from 7 to 11. I finished my shift at 9, went up and joined him from 9 to 11, and entertained all of the guests. And then we went across the street at 11 and entertained all of the staff till about 4 in the morning. We did that every day, pretty much, for about 5 months. But I came into that resort as a drummer and very much a hack guitar player, and still a shy singer. And I came out of there thanks to Glenn Reed, my good friend, who ended up being my first songwriting mentor and great friend. And he took me under his wing for those 5 months, and we ended up with a duo at the end of that. So I learned how to properly sing harmonies and learn how to start writing songs. That was the first time I ever did a collaboration. And I started writing my own songs and putting lyrics together with melody, composition, and an instrument. So I'm really thankful for that time for a lot of reasons. 2 of my good friends today still I met during that time. And it's something to be said to really put yourself out there in the world if you're lost, or put yourself out there in nature, especially during this time, to find out who you really are. So I came out of there with a duo, and was able to play lead guitar, rhythm guitar, writing songs, and that's really the next step in my musical journey. which took me on to a complete new adventure after that, which I'll share in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share the video, and please also leave me a comment and ask me any questions you might have, because I'm happy to expand on any of these stories in the comments. Anyway, hope you're staying safe out there, folks, and we'll see you in the next video.